So I'm here today to talk about an idea, a dream, a vision that I've had for quite some time, but is bursting to come out of me right now. I don't often do live videos, so consider yourself special for even seeing or hearing this. So I'm opening a Kickstarter campaign, and I'd like to explain for you uh, the proposal, the proposed aspects of what I need as far as equipment, software, hardware, techs, the money levels that I will give rewards to. And I've decided my rewards will be actual paintings for me that I've done. And I might give out, we'll say, the top 5 donors or supporters will get hand selected artwork shipped to them free of cost. And original artwork, it's abstract. There's various techniques I implement, but it's kind of potluck. You never know what you're going to get. But I'll have you know I'm an established and registered artist, and I'm a registered business. So this is intellectual property. This is a little bigger than just me. This is something that I believe could be historic, gothic, epic. I mean, it will rival the sales of the introduction of Xbox and PlayStation. You know, technologies will be drooling over themselves to buy the license to recreate and do their own version of what I plan on bringing to life, so to say. And without any more introductions or explanations, I'm going to jump right into it. So music is influential. Everybody has their preferences, their genres or styles that they would prefer, that they would perform, that they feel and elicit emotions from, that they gain. And I'm here to give you something that's even next level. I'm going to tell you how you can gain even more from music than what we currently have available. So sit back and listen and imagine with me. So music causes dance. It just makes people want to move, and it just almost silences their voices. Their body moves, where it compels us to sing along. And the technology that I would like to create with your help and your sponsorship and support is quite based off of it's going to need a computer. And with this computer, you're going to receive a little body, what the terminology I'm looking for here, your body's going to have little sensors on it in different places. We'll say the hand will have a glove with sensors on the fingers, and different finger combinations will have different functions, so to say, with this app. And there'll be a function there'll be a sensor on the elbow, on the shoulder, and just the basic kinetics of how you can track the motion of a body. And just to jump right into it, these sensors are going to live interact with the computer. And what you do is you first start out and you say, hey, I'm going to make this hand a drum. This is going to be a bass, snare, cymbal, hi-hat, whatever. You program each of the fingers, each aspect of your hand as to what instrument. And then based on how you move it is how the sound of that instrument is. Higher pitch, lower pitch, speed, how many different notes it hits, the circumvention of a note. You know what I mean? The kind of or maybe a stereo effect of the note. And basically what it's going to do is it's going to turn the motion of a human body into music. So instead of music making us dance, we're going to dance to create music. I mean, are you there with me? Are you ready? I mean, you don't have to listen to the rest of the video. Just throw money in my direction. Sure. Let's bring it to life. Wouldn't you like to see it? I mean, could you just imagine somebody coming on stage and wearing a complete bodysuit, a onesie, and you see these sensors on, and you think, oh, okay, this is going to be cool, and then all of a sudden, their foot starts tapping, and you hear the beat, and then all of a sudden, their hand moves, and, it's a violin, and they're playing notes, and it's syncopated, and it's going to be live, and I imagine there's going to be some kind of latency, where it's going to have to receive, the computer, the app's going to have to receive the motion, and coordinate it as to the pitch, or the syncopation, or the repetitiveness of the instrument sound. So you just imagine like different motions, like it's going to give poetry, the poetry of motion, it's going to give it music and just complement it in such a way that I know it's going to go big. Like it's going to happen. It's going to come, especially with your, support and your interest in it, and working with me. I'm looking for, partners, collaborators, anybody that will enter this business module, we'll say, and share with me their capabilities or their attributes that they have to offer the project. So basically, I'm going to need a programmer that, not anything so different from like CGI programming, instead of giving graphics to the motions, like of somebody like, doing special effects with a green screen, or, what I mean? Instead of their motion being mapped and coordinated, it's not just going to be coordinated on the computer. It's going to, activate, sounds and therefore music. And so, I'm going to need at least a programmer. I'd say, it's not going to be that hard of tech. There's probably all kinds of, publicly available, drafting and, apps that, you can already, record the motion of a body, visually. But like I said, it's going to be done. Mine is going to be done with sensors on the body, so it's going to be more accurate. It's not going to videotape the motion and try and translate that into music. It's definitely got to be done by sensors. I imagine we'll say maybe just one for the head, shoulder, elbow, hand will have 5 basic ones, and then you could do like sustain notes for holding a certain finger, or you could do loops. You know what I mean? We could put in like a loop service where if you want to loop something, you first program it, and then you loop it, and then while it loops, you can do different motions to add to it. Or maybe you add to it by adding another body part or another extremity in motion. Or you could connect the two, like say you do a do re mi over here on a flute, but you have a drum over here going doo, 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 doo. And then after you program it, maybe it's not even live, so to say. Maybe you dance to create it, and then it's played. We don't know at this point. You could maybe help me. We could find it together. Maybe it does both. Maybe you go live and just dance and create the music. It's going to be a wave. It's going to be a sensation. It's going to, people that thought they had no musical talent of any instrument are going to realize, I can dance, I could do motion, or, ballet singers could, add a new aspect to a performance, or ballet dancers, excuse me, could add a new aspect to their performance. People could literally sync the app to, maybe with exercise, that not only while you're exercising, you can hear the music you create by the motions of your exercise, and therefore inspire you to exercise longer and harder and more often. See what else we could do with it. You could just, out of boredom, just, turn it on and just go about your business. Set some favorite instruments to, your legs and arms and what have you, and then just go about your business and go about your motion of your daily life and hear how that motion creates a sound itself. The possibilities are as endless as the potential of the universe. Like, we could, we could go viral. We could have your dog running. You know what I mean? We can put the sensors on your dog, and ring the doorbell, and all of a sudden the dog freaks out and runs towards the door, and that starts a drum pattern that you work off of. Maybe we can have multiple people dancing side by side, and they complement each other. Like, there's just so much, I mean, the potential is already explained by what I've said, you can understand it, I'm sure. I mean, I know pretty much a very hard and heartfelt caliber of the English language and explanation of science and tech. I mean, let me see what else it would need. I mean, DJs could do like different kind of mixing. It'd be like virtual mixing of instruments. They could be on the ones and twos or scratching something, but just doing it by motion. Maybe you could program your own instruments. You could implement your own sounds or your own vocal recordings and then augment them based on the motion or speed or the repetition of your hand. And maybe we can implement AI. Maybe the program itself is it starts at a lower level, and based on your interaction with it, it advances, and it progresses based on how you interact with it. It learns from you and it grows to you. And see what else. We could also incorporate a visual aspect to it, as far as attaching an avatar. Like, we're already going to coordinate the motion of your body and record that for data. Why not give you an avatar for extra performance? And you see the avatar dance and you hear the music, and it I imagine the latency, it wouldn't be all that much different. It's electronic signals. Can't be that far off. Maybe you hear the music with headphones as you're doing it. Maybe you don't. Maybe you just come out and you're like a ballet or some poet of the body, and you just give to grace or Tai Chi, you know what I mean? And you create your world of music, but maybe you do it just based on your motion. Who knows? Maybe that would, alleviate the differentiality of, the time and motion that you make and the coordination of that sound or instrument. There's so many different aspects. So see what else I could throw in there. What if the body parts or your motion could also do light implementations? So you can have like a strobe light effect while you're playing a drum. You're like, then I loop that. So I go, and then maybe you do 3 circles, so that loops the whole song. Or maybe just one loop is just, a certain time pattern. So much could come of this. Like, I'm getting excited. I really feel this idea, even if it wasn't in my design hands and my creative direction, I'd like to participate with, who has the better, programmers or tech to really bring this to the full potential that it deserves, that, that we deserve as people that are influenced by music and dance, like in art. It's a whole different, whole different genre of art, and looking over okay. Oh yeah, big audience. 0 people are going to see this, except for those that have hacked or accessed or moderate my online activity, which I'm sure there are. You know, let's see what else. Yeah, there'd have to be some level of where you would have to program the motions yourself, or you could select from pre-designed motions. Maybe you'd have to calibrate the motions so that your particular way of doing circles directly connects to the circle function of the arm or the hand. So, maybe it's like, you have to calibrate, what is it, those drones and stuff like that so they fly properly, which, I haven't really studied much into, but see what else. Maybe you can have objects that have trackers on them. So a juggler, could attach the sensor to an object and be juggling things. And the higher he goes, or she goes, or they go, the higher the pitch. And then when it comes down, it descends in like a, 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 a scale or what have you. It's a beautiful idea, It's it's taking the modern technologies that we have and it's unifying them for a cause that, you know, even if you don't want to participate in the actual funding or research or programming or development of it, I'm pretty sure that the majority, if not anybody that hears this, would like to see how this would look, how it would play out. It's not like something that is a gimmick that's too profound. It's something simple that's taken to a more complex level. Something that a lot can benefit from. Maybe somebody out there they're shy or they have problems talking to people, but they put on the suit, they put on the sensors or whatever, and they don't have to have words. It could open up their whole creative being, their soul. And imagine a marching band that comes out and dances, and their march is drums and percussions, and I don't want to sit here and replace instruments, but it's not going to necessarily replace them, but it's I'm pretty intelligent, and I know it can go worldwide. Like there'd be sponsors and backing, there'd be a buzz, there'd be I don't have any actual endorsements that I'd have to use this company, or I I've always worked with this company, so I'd like to see this person. I have no idea how this is going to come to be. Like to complement the Kickstarter and the project, I'd say $50,000 to $100,000. We can get the programming and the tech, and then create an app, and then populate the app with data as far as royalty recordings of sounds, or just populate it up and program it and fill it up with all the different instruments. There'd have to be some kind of way we could actually implement that you could record sounds, and maybe you could sing, and you're doing the music over here. It's like I am here, and you program your hand to not just be an instrument, because the voice is an instrument in itself. So maybe you program your whole arm to sing the song, and then just like a maestro, a composer, you're composing the music yourself, and maybe the chorus is singing while you're creating the sound of the instrument, and then you come in with the vocals and do the verses, and just your chorus is done by motion. It's just disgusting. Like, if doesn't see the light of day, doesn't see the exposure or the kind of encouragement or the excitement that I have in it, then you need to go like this. I think this is the area, or check your pulse, or maybe put your fingers in, you like left hand artery away. You put that, and you put it in your ear, and you shut off the sound on the other ear, and you just listen to see if your heart's beating. Because if this doesn't excite you, if this doesn't make you want to get involved and bring something glorious, dare I say, to the world, and then let me know by message and comments down there, and then you could buy one of my albums. I'll take one of my albums and put it in reverse, and you could buy my album in reverse and sit there and curse me as some incubus or whatever, and try to banish me back to hell if you don't like this idea. Like, either way, I'm going to break free. I'm going to get out there. I'm going to make something happen. I'm going to have my influence on the world, and that's about it. This is going to be the end of the video. And if you want to look up, just my musical theory by way of my songs I do, I'm on several platforms. Just Google AZAKels, because I am Kelly, but I'm as a form of Kelly, because we all have different personalities. I mean, you act somewhere at the library and differently at the bar, and then at home, based on the people and everything. Like, AZAKel, because AZAKels is a form of Kelly, and I'm a form of myself. And so that's spelled AZAKELS. And I'm out there. I'm on the sites and services. We got music, we got paintings. Like I said, top 5 contributors towards the goal. Hand-selected original paintings direct from artists. If somebody, nestles in as first place and just totally angel invests the whole asking price I'm shooting for, I'm going to create for them a whole 5-track album, dedicated to them, based on the final product. And I just got so much to offer. I mean, let's do this. Let's make it happen. Come on. Let's put aside the other matters that aren't so harmonic and aren't so influential as the human creativity and music, as technology, mathematics, poetries of motions, will have you know. And let's get out there and let's bring this Biosonics to life. And that's the suggested name I have, because bio for life and sonics for sound. And my birth name is Kelly Michael Donlin, Donlin. And look me up, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, SoundCloud, All Poetry, Reverb Nation. The list goes on. I mean, we've got albums on Apple Music, Amazon Music, Deezer, 7 Digital. I mean, if you really want to see the portfolio that is my arts and entertainment, just go to this URL. It's Linktree, if you're familiar with that. linktr.ee/AZAKels. And again, that's AZAKels, AZAKELS. And I thank you for your interest. And I want to pre-thank you, because I know you too. Go tell them about this idea. You both come on. Bring it on. Let's make this happen. Because why? For a better world, for creativity, for an expression that is life itself. Biosonics.